Hello, how's everybody doing? Good day to everyone. Today, the power of music in Abrabo Muisam and real talk. Um, I'm going to talk about both men and women who has been sexually assaulted or like sexually abused and raped. Maybe I should have put all raped because and this topic, me and my sister, Bakope Rami Nana Martin, and I estimate Kahwasam. Or no only the other buy a mass side, maybe member the account because meaning nipa bebree bi a mmarima bebree a wɔn express say they were sexually abused or raped growing up. Some of them was done by family members. Others were like, people that they have grown to know in the neighborhood, and so forth. So as always, before I start the discussion, I'm going to play some songs and then dance small. This topic today is like really emotional. I know it's going to be emotional for some people, and I'm going to have my sister come on to talk about her experiences. Hey, my goodness gracious. Minya be mabakupe. Adanana ba Andy. How have you been? Me who watch dear. Happy New Year to you as well. Me who watch papa. I'm so happy to see you today. I mean one young kakra ni ending komo. I ending komo. Oh yeah, Jesus. Oh yeah, Jesus. Okay, can you share it for me because I'm trying to figure out. Maybe I say if I can get it myself. Oh yeah, Jesus. Oh yeah, Jesus. Hey, hello, welcome. Sir? Oh yeah, Jesus. Oh yeah, Jesus. Oh yeah, oh yeah, let my sister know I'm on. Woo! Music is a good sensory for the mind, body, and soul. Oh yeah, Jesus. Let me just oh yeah, Jesus. Oh yeah, Jesus. Oh yeah, Jesus. Hi Ray, how are you doing? Good to see you, honey. Apa mo te saying? Although you share me a day. Welcome. Hey, I shall see oh yeah, Jesus. Thanks, honey. Oh yeah, Jesus. Now I can share. Oh. Oh yeah, Jesus. Oh yeah, Jesus. Hey, but now Yebekumu kakra. And then Tango Sisters, I love Tango Sisters. Welcome everybody. And that topic, me hear some inspiration and you to talk about today's topic. Hey, Nipa I experience it so much. It's crazy. A man are normally say they've been sexually abused, raped, and men money be bring to me can't almost yet into oh Sister Shyla, I'm a Joe. I don't say Apa to say good to see you. And then the Charlie. I in some Sharia still. See you go with Mama, Jesus. Oh yeah, Jesus. Oh yeah, Jesus. Huh? Oh yeah, Jesus. Oh yeah, Jesus. Oh yeah. Oh my I hear. Yeah. Nana Wama. Yeah, me that's a fan. I did, pa. I did. Today. Thank you, Nana. And that's it. But Kamisha, ye think kunim, ye diko, ye best sing DBM. Ye think kunim, ye diko, ye best sing DBM. Ye think kunim, ye tikom, the best in a yippee. Akuchaya, ya tinta, ye think kunim, ye tikom, the best in a yippee. Ah, ye think kunim, ye tikom, the best in a yippee. Ye think kunim, ye tikom, the best in a yippee. Akuchaya, ya tinta, ye think kunim. Walk out of me. Oh, how long is it? Yes, I see. I can tell ya, yes, walk out of me. Oh, how long is it? Yes, I can change walk out very all my money will swear. Yes, you can buy a tea. Oh, I could change walk out very all my money will swear. Yes, you can buy a tea. Oh, taking it easy. Why easy? Hey, sister Missy shall not shout. Thank you. I know, right? And then we call all the way back. Hello, my beautiful sister. Ramina Martin. Hey. Hello, my dear Mustafa. Shata. Oh, yes. Yes. Oh, yes, I want hey, but that's right. And the topic in me here is inspirational and to be prepared to talk about today's topic. Sister Rami, and the device here can watch them, and the member the account. Oh, yes, well, what did hallelujah. Most definitely, I'm telling you, sister. My beautiful sister, Sage Williams, one. The marvelous, strong, knowledgeable, beautiful, boss lady hotel one, no size. I know, right? Me talk free. This I say the one. I say this. Shares.com. Good price too. Very beautiful. Yeah, he crying a memo. Last song. And then we will talk about this topic. Another back when I said the last song. Yeah, sorry. I need him. Hey, my beautiful knowledgeable sister. Are you Shankar? Welcome. Oh, everybody. Say one more man anywhere you see. Jesus, oh Jesus, because of sorry, oh. Jesus, oh Jesus, oh yeah, lady, no pray. Glory, hallelujah. Amen. God bless you too. God bless you. We are making our mouth. Hallelujah. Amen. No. Amen. Run baby back. Hey. Blessings. A beautiful sister, Gloria Asare. Hey, my knowledgeable, beautiful sister, Angelina Ban. Welcome, sis. So when I woke up, hey, girl. I say, same branch. How you doing? Jesus, oh later on night or not. Whew, Charlie. Okay. Mima adofo ne anuanum nyina mima obia akwaba. I welcome everyone. I hope each and every one of you, your family, wives, husbands, children, friends, everyone is doing well. So today's topic, and yet easy. Is a really broad and huge, emotional, all the other feelings, topic today. Now, and sometimes, I try to not talk about certain topics, but when you talk to friends and families and so many other people that I know, and also some that know me from Facebook, had inboxed me in a way, and they have they have expressed their experience that they have gone through. But for me to come talk about it today, I have talked about sexual, emotional abuse, sexual abuse, and psychological abuse, financial abuse. I have spoken about abusive situation in the past, but today there is different because I'm going to have my sister Rami Nana Martin, and or catching me actually. It's been a while. Sometime last year, she asked me to talk about it. I think last year I came and talked about sexual abuse when I spoke about that topic, or molestation. I think I saw a video of a little girl who was sexually all the abuse was in it, including being raped by an older man, and he kind of damaged her to the point, deform her virginity. And I find out that the little girl passed away, which is really sad. The mother, the parents, if the father is around, the family, I don't know. I cannot take their pain away. But for any man, woman, or family member to have to deal with something like that, that could have been seriously, easily avoided. But you have some men now, it's not like they don't have control of themselves, or they do certain things. And men might be brave, a lot of men, they're not able to come out and talk about certain things like that. So Sister Rami Nana Martin, she been talking about it, and last week I let her know that today we are going to talk about this topic. She brought the women aspect, and I added men on it because I have some men who has also reached out to me. I have spoken to some of them on the phone, and just trying to encourage them and also help them in a way to heal, to be able to find relationship and so many other things. So the fact that most men who has been sexually abused or raped are not able to come out and talk about it. It's more known of women going through that. So I'm going to give the definition of sexual abuse, and then we will kind of go into the discussion. Anyone is welcome to join in. If you like to come on via video, let me know. I'll send you the link and then you can join me. If you want to call in to share some of your opinion regarding, you don't have to experience that to know. If you know someone, you're close to someone who has gone through that, you in a relationship with someone who has been molested, sexually abused, or raped, because it does affect so many individuals who has gone through this traumatic event. It kind of hinders some of the things in their relationship. They are more inclined to isolate themselves, do not want to be too affectionate with their partner, because it's and they have this fear built in them, and they kind of stay in a victimized mode without healing. So everyone that comes along that looks like their perpetrator, the abuser, it kind of re-trigger events. And some of them, instead of kind of isolating themselves, they will go into sleeping with many men, because every time they meet a man, even when the man has not asked for sex, they feel like that's the only way that they will have emotional connection with someone. So this kind of despicable behavior do affect so many other people. So I know, say, hold on, boss lady, Sister Missy, I'm sure you saw boss lady's question to you and your family. So thank you guys for joining. God bless each and every one of you. So you guys see this beautiful shirt that I have on, right? It's wear and go. I don't even need to iron it. And Sister Sage Williams, thank you so very much. This shirt has helped me greatly, because I wear it I'm working from home, so I sometimes wear it, some of them, to meeting, because I have virtual video meetings and stuff like that. And when they see the shirt, they be like, wow, this is a beautiful shirt. And I'll be like, yeah, I got it from here and there and stuff like that. So just keep up the good work. This right here is amazing. The fact that you have find a creative way in, starting your own business. So all up here, just check out Sister Sage's website. She sells body cream, shea butter, a whole lot of jewelries, dresses, a whole lot, authentic merchandise and stuff. So you guys check her out. And you see this right here, Juice Plus. Inbox me, call me if you have my WhatsApp number, and then we'll talk more about Juice Plus, healthy living, balancing your diet, taking care of your whole body, taking care of you. And you can also, buy some of the product from my beautiful, knowledgeable sister, Missy Amoakon. You go to www.millicent3juice.juiceplus.com, or you can buy from me at www.millicent3 Emilia, EMELIA .JewsPlus.com. Okay, so let me go back and see who else. I did not think I acknowledged everyone when you guys came on. Let me see. Sister Missy says, great topic, most certainly. Sister says, a beautiful Saturday to Sister Adwoa Odo. Beautiful Saturday to everybody on this marvelous platform. Oh, thank you. Much love to you, sis. And let me see, boss lady. Sure, I say, yeah, I'm not checking boss lady out Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. UK time. Over drive very rough, It's a nyame dear a shame crying, and I feel so no, it to me, air lifting spirit up. And that topic, I just feel like, thank you, boss. I just feel like, I needed to kind of like let people who have gone through traumatic event and so many other difficult situation to not let it define them. You need to find ways and means to kind of like get through it. It's going to be part of you. It never goes away, so that's something that we need to recognize. It will stay with them forever, but there are ways and means to go around it. Sister Aisha Ankra Bahufe, yeah, I was winning dear. Hey, Sister Rami Nana Martin, and dear, you were in the spirit, and Sister Rami, let me send you the link, okay? Or you can call WhatsApp or like a messenger. Let me send you the link right here. As I'm on. Sausage man, I'm renting voice a note no me program now. I will do that. And then my voice is sound a bit me can't me you, okay? Just like it's just this week party my brother rough a juma hair Charlie. Sometimes a juma utimi yeah juma sa not just say and you mean you I have like a roller coaster this week, but yes, I don't sure I made a sort of when you have a lot of demands coming, if you move on my way, be more or my so. Let me see, VGCDDIXT. Okay, sorry, I mean. I send a link in bro. Ain't all right. Let me go and get the definition. So the topic today in Abrabum and some real talk, men and women who have been sexually abused and raped. All right, and this is going to be real talk. There's no fakeness in this cry. Okay, so what is the meaning of sexually abused? Sexual abuse is sexual behavior or a sexual act forced upon a woman, man, or child without their consent. Sexual abuse is an act of violence which the attacker uses against someone they perceive as weaker than them. Can you imagine? I mean, normally it happens when the victim is vulnerable. Parents, we need to be able to educate our children. It does not come from an uncontrollable sex drive. No, this is something the perpetrators, they can control. They know exactly what they're doing. They're like opportunists. When they see something that, they can get away with it, they just go for it. But it's a crime committed deliberately with the goal of controlling or humiliating the victim. I mean, we have some women who's innocent, children who's innocent, and some men whose innocent has been taken away from them because of these perpetrators. Sexual abuse is unwanted sexual activity with perpetrators using force, making threats, or taking advantage of victims not able to give consent. Most victims and perpetrators know each other. That is like the worst part. They know each other. Most of them. You only have like a few that is like a stranger, but most of them. And you can Google on this from Wikipedia and other websites, but you go to Google and you will get so much information given to you. They know each other. Immediate reaction to sexual abuse include being shocked because you don't know what just happened to you. And fear or disbelief. You can wrap your head around it. What did I do? And you have a lot of victims that tend to blame themselves. They will run this through their head to figure out as to whether or not if they did something to kind of like ask for that. And we do have some perpetrators who will use that weakness, that sign of weakness against you, like, oh, you made me do this because you wearing this type of clothes and so forth. That's why this happened. And it's like crazy. Let me go back because I saw some comments earlier from Shever. Thank you. He said, I have one problem, dear. Okay. Starami said, true. Yeah, I remember that. Okay, the topic that I spoke about last time that brought out a lot of things. Sister Yishankar said, you are amazing and looking hot. Ooh, thank you. Thank you, sis. Please call me on Messenger. Okay, so I'll call you on Messenger in a few minutes, Sister Rami. And I don't want video. No problem. I'll call you regular call. Okay. True. Okay. Most very true. Correct. Hey, send me bobo points upon. And like when people this stuff happens, you have shock, immediate shock, the reaction, fear and disbelief. You can wrap your head around it. Now, like, this is the part that bothers me, and that is like truly what's happening with so many victims that have been exposed to this traumatic, despicable event. The long-term symptoms, include having anxiety, fear, or post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. Like, that is crazy. Wow, and there has been some effort to treat sex offenders, but it's still, according to a Encyclopedia of Psychology, is still remains unpromising because they can figure out how to help these sex offenders, but that's something, it just baffles me. And then we know, like statistically, because a lot of women have the courage to come out, and we seeing things happening. Most victims of sexual violence, are women, which is a fact that reflects their social stand even today in 21st century, right? As inferior to men. So this is something, and some of this behavior is to kind of like oppress, women in our society. Sexual violence is a social phenomenon that exists in every society that accepts aggressive behavior and gender inequality. Can you imagine it? To say Ghana Chrome, like in our society and community, most individuals, both women and men, like when a man beats their wife, now they said it's okay. Because she misbehaved, so they need to be taken care. Can you imagine it? I'm going to bring Sister Rami on to talk, and then later on I'll go into types of sexual assault. Let me see. Rape, I mean, we all know the meaning of rape, but being that we are talking about it, let me just put it up. Yeah, let me put it up. So, okay. So the definition of rape from the Merriam-Webster dictionary: rape is unlawful sexual activity and usually sexual intercourse carried out forcefully or under threat of injury against a person's will, or with a person who is beneath a certain age or incapable of valid consent because of mental illness, mental deficiency, intoxication, unconsciousness, or deception. Chale no be small thing. Hey, if you lie about your age now, you be 21 and you tell a 16, a 15-year-old that you 17, and then we find out you 21. That is statutory rape. And Sister Aisha said, sex offenders' punishment need to be castration. Me for sister. See a teacher free one. Oba nso a ono nso rape nkola nkete no ne age group by drugging them no omo nso no ye so omade no ye different ye no in a way say they will not have the ability, the capacity to abuse someone or rape the person. So Rami me for a while. Let me just pull your name out. So I'm gonna bring my sister Rami on, and then we'll talk more about especially. Hello, my beautiful, knowledgeable sister, Rami Nana Martin. Rami, baby, come on, the blues. The blues.
The blues forever.
I forgot to say.
Oh, yes, so I don't say,
amen and amen to that. Now, yeah. Ano pentia ya mema watching. Yeah.
If it's Adwoa. So, we throw a catch about that topic now, right?
Yeah.
Till you see and say, Satan around 12 years.
Okay.
Me be a virgin that time, Satan ye many papa in good them, Ghana. And see how much me the home, No so obedience a woman say or the woman say.
Wow.
Let me pull it ninsa na yemi ya. Me pulling this out so let me try say me pulling this every me myself so and you know me try and you know meaning the next day me sorry and I'm a better now anim abonten and Mrs. Tapeni back home who you say dear na tina moja to me sir and I'm say kokuyima I don't hear me papa ko boom ni bibia ni ade so there's no me say till now no I'm me didn't want
wow
na hear me yet till now and secondly no it's you know so yes I you know any bibia because for me boyfriend so I know me be some a virgin until 7 minutes and have sex and also no only virgin I some make carry like you know because Ghana matina Ghana sa me keep me home for a long time for me kuma ebi a me worry no and bibia so if you know me ne jigi no na fe ohun say me virgin because no make keep me home sa amano for a long time right
because they see you know now we say hey, na ede ba ni trimunti a wotimi ye bibi saa no na wawofo nso no mu ofie woso papa kobo no but say ede na omo ye omo ma ye chi ni tu mu ana say yes abusua de ni aka se
yeah only say Ghana de bibi saa no so omo chi ni tum kra na omo betimi de scarf of from mama police for no any Saturday man until it doesn't work over there like that.
Yeah,
Abuche the bibi see at that time there. And I commit me a friend 911 and I face that time let me swa. Me swa till me nim Sunday money now till now. Me hold my hand a yemi ya mama like stress kakra about it. Any time like yeah, me can't make dream one I said bisa na me bofu. No me anger, me hatred.
Wow.
Like you know? Yeah, it's in us a yummy till now. Because especially say Unya Bema, step brother, Ayawsa, so Unya pa Miakasaminia, and the Sadia Yemi. So now, Yana me one mom is Minya pa na Yemi say, because I step brother. So yeah.
Now, what me are confronting about a incident ne see or didn't some war was say a breaky with virginity and that. What meaning a casa about their busano didn't man, yes, sir.
Me Casana Uda, my sister, and a friend free Ghana, and I'll say, Kokuyima, Elha, Persona Casana, no. I didn't know sister see out on one big boy. And I'm saying now something in the casa, okay, you hear me. Telling now open 7 in the year friends and not something in the casa. And I'm saying yes, she and Yakupo and Tifachano.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm saying Ghana, yeah, one ma, yeah, CBBI, near the Ashay,
Yaminti. Yaminti, so Crawford Bebre Dibone, Yaminti, awesome.
Yaminti no nanko for be bredian and nipa boni for any bibia ni ade so now on say into the enra me no kasa no
yeah
I catch you say me the topic now me very emotional about that and everything right till now me one man I'm one I'm both
wow
so no like anger be a woman mo no hatred aman
wow and to say we bufuo ni bi no every Saturday na you step brother no eye wono wabufuo ni bi every wono na Instagram me mesre wo sa incident ni so esi no how has it impact your love life?
Yeah, a lot of things affected me a lot. Like, you know, because imagine say when your boyfriend or be worry now they want to on or they want to also be a virgin. Be a virgin. Now only be quiet jiggy, no. Soon no be say that will break your virginity. Also you're virgin.
Now quiet wedding so be sa na actually no.
And
my God.
It is how when you know boyfriend like serious and I'm done
oh
Ghana.
maybe a cose
yeah Ultimately, I done for ya na Yaminti, Facha, Yaminti, Nanko, Etonom, refu, crankets and kitty, any other. It's so like, very not acceptable.
No,
they can't do that. They can't do that. Especially say unia pa na so yes again abonti ni crowd yewa na different.
In some but we are right because any pan won't time who but to say obia winning it fie back anopa ewia enumere anajo entino na mefan said during that time no because we see ordinance will war multiple times into say enumere na wo koda. How did you feel? Like were you like fearful? I say wo kwakoda dem honoma winim so no so da hobia die besi. And I say, not to say, like, you feel, say, you have nowhere to go. I mean, you are trapped.
Yeah. After that, no, yes, I know. I say, me, mommy, Satan, not yase. So, not yase. And one on the power, Tommy, and or they may command me, mommy, near about Ghana. And or they may command for protection, and it be beyond the hope. Because of whom say to, only say, yeah, bar. Yakuma different
no
strong like heart be feel like let's say pain about anything. To me mommy tummy and now they may call Ghana that still Ghana I will me mommy nyabako I'm kotra on musa I will come say till it's now for a long time on to say oh yeah ready no be farming.
Wow.
And I say some rape issues it costs a lot. And yet my friend saying yeah man quality raping bar.
And money be so yeah.
And money be so repeat and mema.
But a mema almost very some Becca.
Exactly. Yeah, no more ferry. Because who says I will say bema or bar repeat bema or
Sister Rami Pastor Ponso Kakra. Now, Sister Missy Amoako said, this is heartbreaking, sad. And or say, Sister Missy Amoako or say, ask him questions and demand answers. Sister Aisha said, that man is not more your family, just cut him. And sister Aisha or supported you approach and say ube in free wa brabo mu epa but sister missing to say here say ube busa questions no many because answer memo what was no they say my share my stories be me programs moving but they say growing up no that time na me say a sexual assault and also sexual abuse in some way me wo cousin be you may kwatna me maami nua ba ho me maami nua bi mu honom ba ko a no wo mu ba it say like na opese one meda opese wo rape me in so many ways in that to say oh yeah or try in premiums and the first time not to say satam na afa na me no fo asha ase ebobo enti no to say I
like as me coming up to adolescent stage or something
yes
like that.
Yeah, and after Bobby Span and CC one many I don't say yes, I say no for buffalo frau cofa some will be normal friendly things and now they are so no for no say Becana no for Ayakas yes any young anyway and to say like na bi wo hono ma no aso mu bi wo hono ayi tem ebia yet one mu ye ya met one ma no ayi why said de wo mu meto no na ne papa ton ice water enti aye fie bi wo hono ma enkrofo ba fie hono mu beto nsu enti me ko hono mu ebi wo mbe ya na me kodem no makoyi me ka say one time bi wo frame me ayi o frame na me koye na o hwe ayi sa pono ayi magazines ni bi emma bi wo hono ma bem I mean satam na minim what it is because minyin me hu bi wo hono ma be hu na oba yi ni hu ne no fusi so na ne nsahye ne na dedwe mu ne tonga mu na ayese milk bi free bema no na bema na hold ne bema na milk be free say na sperms free ne hu gu oba ne ho nti no like na or the sa your friend is saying some magazine pictures in bi ho no ma or you know what they kire me or say you to say we say you oba ne be ma na yes but say me maame answer na maame ba abrochi no one ye kasaye that time na me was 10.5 to say baby yes a be ma de nsaka and a baby any kwa say be ma de nsaka and na me I was fully aware of that. I mean I was educated in that, but I was trying to figure out that a book no send the into the chem na what the mama say metimi afa and I me say I didn't want it into I walk out. The second time obi beton so to me koyi nsuo me call me right inside no nsu rura mu achesenka all better then na me nsuo no kra me nya ambre ni pakro no nti ono na oyibre but the first one na see you know me catch ne papa ye okwa kra na best weeks 2 weeks no buy me catch ne papa sada ne papa ne bo me to the extent me nya boni o wo buy ya ma be catch wo chese wo flogging me to the point
because like what complain
oh asama o catch me say me nim na me catch obi a I will regret being born to this world.
Yeah,
you know, so I kept it to myself. Man can't hear. See, man can't hear, you know. Or try or better try second time. To the third time, I'm still okay. Sometimes on second affair, you know. I dance no near you know Mrs. Apenyo pass up and TV or honey and now for no more call a dance and now for a bed borrow mempabua. Any mental dear be a mamma, the Abraham normal de call any puna de coy de omo de bay. And you know to say one time Mrs. na that the lumba abba you are down. No, it says that I'm not crying and I've been with him by. I'm talking about in the mid 80s to and mid 80s late 80s. And you know like no name same sister a court dance. Enti me na my sister my sister Ketwa crisscross. Omo de no mu sister no mother na my nephew. Enti no me no sad the second time obeye and ma me nso me share me ho so. Na me koda me the cutlass machete me the to me mpa no etifisa. Obi enim na I sleep with a machete because na me hu kwan a mefa so a me protect myself. My beautiful sister Saida Empire welcome. Saida Havana baby queen welcome. Ain't you know me wo honom sa na say obi di ne nsa ne na me humada o me nso bi wo honom enti me me team ani no gina honam yi sika no enti me yi sika no e na o jump kwachi na me catch ne say so wonim o pekro mfa ne pinky nka matade medwudwa no saada no de nyame e na ema nyame na chi no e na nyame nso na ma makoma because na maye ma adwen say what the name because that was my thought. Me, I provoke him in every way. So on coordinates because now just a idea be dynamic no me na me pese wo ye bibi anase wo ba na nimu kra na me this kind of bono. No oh yes no to say well yeah that was the last time he attempted to try to rape me or assault me sexually in any way. And but to say after that, you know, and nadam for back when I feel so way nadam for me ba America here 2-3 years ago, and I'm finding out says ni pana na me feel so nadam for say oh no so ye busuani. Oh yeah, na me da me cousin back them boys quarters them you feel you know a family house na you fishia they have boys quarters house and then they have pianiasa enti me cousin back no also okoto aduane na me so okay enti me da ho na me fa mu dai na saada no die save me na when rape me ne say na me share pants atade enti no na mada pants atade no be me so buy no ohun baby obebie zip na fie obeyi free me ho enti mada no e na obeda me so ebu atopa na me da honom saa na bibi hye me so afide me pia na me ntimi pia mani so te me no say saa time no na ne ho ba wachechire me dindin sister me pia na empia me pia na empia na ono aye de obu ne pa na ne ho bagu matade ni eti ne ho bagu matade ni ne ho bagu matade na me sorry ya pe na me wo fa ba ko ono ye ohe ono de na ba ko no de no me nkan kire no enti me sorry ye no ne sperms agu me ho na sperms nso abon na me nante na chesa ade na gu matade mu nyina na me wo fa ne busa mo he ne busa me se din asem na me ka chen se nipa asomasi de ayi tantan bia ye me ho sa time na me nim se ye frɛ no sperms ena entimi wofa saa me wofo hene de opamu ni frifio no ka chense mo nsi ho biem tu after that incident no me hu ni biem na 3 to 2 years ago na me cousin ba ko kasa ena wokọ ka na asem na me find out to say were you related to me enti on say asem o kan about sexual abuse no sexually abuse no normally no eye wo bi a ye nimu no so obia ye nimu no enti no sister Aisha Ankra said this is disheartening. Wow. And then she my sister Aisha Ankra me that so please share very educative topic. Thank you so very much. Miniaba ahofedua good ahofedua Saya Havana baby queen. I love that baby queen. Good evening to you as well. What do I mean? Sister Aisha Ankra said when a child is sexually abused, his or her normal sexual development is cut short. No correct.
Exactly.
Being forced to be sexual on an adult level leaves the child not being able to develop his or her own desire, sexual orientation, or interest. Lord have mercy.
Exactly.
Me say bam. Sister Aisha no crepa.
Sister Alicia, thank you so much for that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
It's a really good comment.
Most definitely. And Sister said that there was Sister Aisha Ankras BM or say in adulthood, this can play out in several different ways if care is not taken. Some survivors choose celibacy or choose partners who don't want sex. Lord have mercy. No crepa. Hey, Sister Aisha, who shaking me up how? Brother Ankra question said greetings to you and all viewers. Yes.
Yes, Sister Alicia, it's very true.
And no correct.
Really true about that and everything.
Yeah.
So as comments now me share, but as some more coming now, it's very true.
Most definitely.
Thank you so much.
Yes. And my main sister said, Sister Missy dear, so then you can continue. Question people. Sister Sage Williams says, a lot of times it's family member or someone who knows the victim that assaults him or her. Sometimes we search outside for the culprit, but many times it is an inside job. For sure, Sister Missy says share. And Sister Missy also said, Sister Missy Amwako said, I witnessed my cousin do that to a male cousin, do that to a female cousin. Sad. I mean, to say like, what in Sembi say, Ayana, really difficult and really hard because obi wo honoma etimi say it might be wo honoma because of they being sexually abused, raped, they omuntimi enwo because that traumatic event it impact them physically. I mean their whole being. Obi nso wo honoma nipa na or violating ebia ne bema no ne kwaku donso no eso enti na eni kwa se etimi ekohye oba no ase enti no Sister Rami answer na me read the comments. Yeah, that must say I don't follow no more comments. You guys are on point. To say,
this me that was a star job, that was a pastor why we have mommy because
no problem, sir.
I tell me watch. I said, Kasa like last year 2020.
Yeah.
About the situation near BPR. So I said, fill out the switch me kakra.
No correct.
And you be and so I could come yeah, sometimes I am so my be brave.
So as someone can be okay.
Yeah, it's me depression I found when I think about that.
Wow.
And everything, right? So me that was pass one program now. I'm
very welcome.
Now ultimate a year video no, and it be a mom and some who problem. And it be
no correct.
Yeah, me that's pa nyanko from come.
Amen to that.
Mama,
and now Mechiri Bano Honum, Mechiri Babemano, or Conenana on a nana hontino, Wabefano. Miss me, mammy. If you are my son, or yet, ye macram puno. I mean, even ye. Last 3 years na ye prevent and in the casa say ye no birthday presents no Christmas presents no or had too much every time was spoiling
when it comes to like their grandkids and everything almost I know that. Maybe I don't be super so bad. Sister, you make out.
Oh, there be men quiet me per se me pussy wasam because to say I would say Debbie or Honoma na I'm always through mema, to say in our relationship because sometimes Naya Kasa you talk about your vibrator a lot. And I mean, and say your trust in most men, will form power because there was a time now wow.
For me to go back to love a man, it's so really hard on me. I can't do that. It's a matter of vibrator. I told you, never say me, honey. Oh, now my used to have a family trip and then you can yeah, that's more, but now I have released. I found no HIV on vibrators. So, yeah, it's not me because that's what I say. Need me out for now, Emma Bema. Because of bad situation, I had like a lot of bad experiences when it comes to relationship or marriage. Me no Bema. A lot for now. And yes, I hate you more. Some don't know. Some minutes to send me Quran. I say, my boyfriend. I can't do that right now because my go through a lot on that. If I wait and get me work, to send me answer. So if me make sure will be on my ship no. I mean, I for clitoris, but I want feelings.
Hey, where their feelings in Kwa. As some working, Sister Aisha can't send me a feel say in connection to their worker. Or say sometimes they spend many years and a great deal of energy trying to find ways to avoid having sex. And then or the twice or say some of the sexually abused victims view sex as dirty. And Sister Aisha true as a pain, because as I say near go through no when you're any pleasurable and free. The only thing is that they feel pain and dirty, which is very true.
Exactly. Thank you, sis. So it's no son I call you. My friend say, it was something else that yes, India what a canny be I know so. And for me situation I call you so say betting ya do bear ni biana neto. Now, yeah, my body a show. And it's man, almost breaking me heart so many times. Yeah, my imagine said, may have it time, no matter take care of me back. Be banner me, so it's not a mini or between your member be drawn for some or name it's now. But Odoni Niwa making your matna.
My God.
Yeah. It's in Sana, it's not more vibrators a lot. More. I say, I could tell different one back.
Hey, how many colors are here now? What do you
want? Black. More black. And more pink. And more yellow back.
Hey.
Yeah. And I'm more purple color. More purple color back. More 4.
Hey.
You're already 7%. Who said now person feeling here. And one of them but you should not me and the project got here by brothers no.
Hey. Is this around me? We are sure.
They say the past only experience of that in here.
But is that like when you go with the one I am woman yes and I say it's different.
So Barry so so you want to say media men plug it media what the Barry ever shame. You want to me as well those like that. They green out the choke or clitoris anymore. Those say boom. Now one but say and the
2. What dear Mate no say no in to say do you see yourself is ever marrying to someone or caring for someone or connecting with someone emotionally with experience a traumatic event I go through in the future do you see yourself in that and I say why dream we say with everything we say you are done with men.
I'm done with men. I worry party
hey
because my making me mind say me worry my making me mind but like it's based like let's say my experience with past relationships and everything, right? So right now, I worry. This I got all your problem. Mommy said, "Menya be my worried." And you do that because my cancel, but the prayers but cancel. So I'm worried.
Hey, that's serious.
I'm serious. I'm serious about that because, like I said, I'm gonna make a choice. Say, you said you will. I can't be. I know so.
No,
I come so now there's no possible way say make me the bear at die back come and ask me worry no. But at the same time no me will emotion way in my control. Not in a let's say
who are but but it says like to have relationship and I say a romantic relationship with a partner no dear and no dear way you abrabum
because like right now they might imagine say me ba me a single mother so until me ba na person me take care of me ba until no relationship and our face of say there may be honoma na so wa wo ba na ko fara na so wait me and take it oni ba but me and show ba so ye because onya ne dia and also come onya ne dia until don't me treating it very good.
And also no what am I fearful of it. But brother Ankra said but sister Rami, if you should be honest with yourself, you will know that those things can never be compared to staying with a man. I mean, like vibrator, not in contrast to having to be with the real thing. There's a big difference between them, right? Because why experience it at some point, with being molested or sexually abused, you were able to find love somewhere, and then their man turned out to be someone you did not connect with and mistreat you badly. And to say you as my brother Ankre can say a vibrator who did the real thing, you can't compare. It's different. Asama what kind of woman?
But Ankra, as I say, I will talk some comment now, but Obia is different. Obia on the immune system, Obia on the body.
No correct.
No correct. It's in the would you say Bia say vibrators no and you're good for we are. Sometimes also no Obia is different.
You expressing your inner feelings. I mean to say or no on can say there will kind of you're wrong or no pointing out to say but if someone's pointing out good things, say, everybody is different. We feel things differently. Because Sani sister Aisha can say obi wo ha o view sex as dirty and I said it's painful for the person to play it safe, they prefer doing the vibrator, right? And nobody's going to bother you. You don't have to beg anyone. You just get up and go and do it. Now, sister Rami, memoir ko sesi aba ansa na memoir ko no me pese me read a couple comments about some of them share won crying so ahunti na me pese and some of them no so no ebi mo de you welcome ebi mo de bi ka ho brother Ankra Kwesi say the most immediate person affected by sexual violence is the victim or survivor. But the effects of sexual violence also go far beyond individual survivors, impacting their closest relationship as well as impacting communities and our society at large, which is so very true. Sister Aisha Ankra said, survivors may force themselves for years to go through the emotions, even though they are numb, absent, or in a panic. Oh my gosh, Mrs. Sister, you shaking trees here. Sister Aisha BM or see, they may think that they are frigid or be confused about homosexuality, or maybe they just feel that they are dysfunctional altogether because they do not understand that they are suffering from the effects of the abuse. Most definitely, that is true. But true. Yeah, brother Ankra Kwesi say, no me read tama na in comparison to and sister Aisha Ankra said, I feel her pain, but she is happy without a man. Enjoy yourself, sis. Sister Aisha Asema Walker no.
Thank you so much, and Aisha. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
And brother Ankra said, it is all because you have never met the right man in your life. Brother Ankra, sister Aisha.
I don't want it.
But Ankra, sister Rami says she's done with men.
I don't want any man. No, I don't want. I don't want. Thank you so much, but I don't want. Brother Ankra, there's no man for me. I don't like it.
Wow.
For now, I don't.
Oh my God.
I don't.
Sister Aisha Dibia Bekamu, or since the survivor may confuse the partner with the abuser during sex. It happens a lot. Sex becomes a minefield of painful associations and memories. Other survivors act out or become promiscuous, believing that they are only good or love for sex. Most definitely, because if you what they want to
Thank you so much, Sister Alicia. I understand what you say.
Oh yeah. And as Sister Aisha Ankra said, I respect her choice and I know she is happy. Bam, 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 bam. And to Sister Aisha there, Sister Missy said, Sister Missy said, "Can confront Uniano, Nebusan quite demand answers. Me, the enemy. I call the second one now, Nehumbergu Mata de since I may offer a pamono no. Menena interactive tinu I don't know nansen na ni nua ka kire me say me be hu say me nua no ka kire me say he's been suffering pa why yari serious bi na me ka won trim say bone oya it comes back to you and but the other one dey ma confront ne pa and me busa no so no questions and me busa no they said he wasn't able to give me any definite no one say or pamicho say oye bibisa say time no na ono so no to say even though no anyi see me bam because no see me fiensia enti no fiensia as fienum enti no but me catch and say I'm not calling him because when no anyi see me you know time na dream so ne ade I want him to take accountability. Say, this is what he did to me. So,
exactly.
They say, any class say,
because yeah, me dream one. Like let's say like depression about that. My try some no because me can because I do all the year and I shame it till now.
Most definitely. I mean, can I see you? Can I say? But sometimes, sister Missy, they are told her, I say that is the only way you can have closure. Because before and son, I mean, me confronting, no. Not every time, and Mrs. Saketwan so finding out because me finding out so watch me niece idea. And I'm busa Mrs. Saketwa say, I watch idea. What Mrs. Ano no see there be. What happened? I mean, and no man bow out her. Me catch Mrs. Aketua said, what? Because this is what he tried to do to me when we were living in order. And Mrs. Aketua said, and you never told anybody. And I'm catching the story around and papa bro me or threatening me say yes, me catch you be this is what happened on the other. And you know, sometimes they say, "Obi wo no ma ya di ayano." But still no eshenimu sro krampo so obeba abonten abeka ba menene kasa aye na me confront no I was able to move on and not be a victim of being sexually abused. And I said I mean I'm grateful say in all things, you know, he was not able to like get his desire. The now all per se will be me when yami and me. But to say, Befan say, I also me no fumu and I say, like, you know, he tried to like, I mean, you maybe I feel say he was a sexual predator because the same thing book no they try me say my naked. Not to say me de sperms book. I think say he was laying the foundation. So say for me to become and you know I got my closure after I spoke to my younger sister about the incident, and then from speaking to my sister about the incident, you know, I got the courage to confront him. And then once I got the courage to confront him, you know, I was able to relieve myself because first, you know, I was very uncomfortable with that. And then when I became sexually active, you know, I thought say like, you know, it was going to be like, it was kind of like disgusting. So because my experience with that was like someone grabbing it and then squeezing it so hard. You know, sometimes, you know, situation it impacts you in the long run, emotionally, psychologically, and physically. Relationship it's not going to have you like express so many things. Reading romance book and so picture of how to romance, being intimate with the man, and also being creative. And you know, I mean, me the nyamias me share me kun a friend is a K, you know. What them in your maybe the blues. My executive beautiful sister Yvette Asamoah, welcome. My dear brother Adebayo Wallace wants me more sister Obapa Erica, more sister Henrietta Gansa, more brother Kofi Boachi, more sister Felicia Edu a free year. Hey, Mr. Lee Patterson! Hey, Mr. Lee, what the shana me? Sorry. Me sister Gloria. Sorry, it wants to be more kwaba. You know, Sister Rami comments in the brave. And you know, oh, and when I did brother, I did buy your me platforms so me that sing I mean shit out.
And I face with that Obibia or platform so I see
you're welcome. And you know, no problem. But Thank me that's a pass away to me. I bet share your intimate traumatic, event happen or when growing up. We said one kasa wunia, we step brother, me a breaking with virginity through sexual abuse, sexual assault. And I make one and I know that it has affected your relationship.
Talking about it right now,
it's bringing memories.
But I have to live it. Right? Yeah.
Nti me da asenya me hira kwa nti ye bekasa se ebia wo ta akire honom.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Wo ta akire honom na bibi be fam a na person o san ba so anu aka ache me na ma floor back. Why? Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. One love to you. Amen. And now sana maybe me fro no abebo mpaye o. Okay. Me that's it.
All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye. Enti yes, sister Rami Nana Martin ena we free so sesia no se ne me kan fiti ase no ono ena ma me the topic here na ba ye be discuss about this topic, her past experience, how that traumatic event, being sexually abused, sexually assaulted by her own brother, has affected her so many ways. Her relationships, they say, she talk about she's done with men. She does not want a relationship. She does not want a marriage. I'm hoping so can also say bompire man or crowd or bompire cancel. Like I'm hoping say in the future it will definitely change her thinking process, but she's happy. So let's be happy for her that she's happy. She's finding ways to get over, to get through life day by day. But for me, my cousin, I had to confront him and ask him why he did the things that he did, or trying to rape me, and not once, not twice, 3 times he tried. And and some ebebre. Brother Ankra Kwesi said each survivor reacts to sexual violence in their own unique way. Definitely, most definitely. Personal style, culture, and context of the survivor's life may affect this reaction. Some express their emotions while others prefer to keep their feelings inside. Hey, Brother Ankra, some way say dear. True cow. Some may tell others right away what happened. Others will wait weeks, months, or even years before discussing the assault. If they ever choose to do so, it is important to respect each person's choices and style of coping with the traumatic event. Excuse me. Brother, what in me program? Yeah, maybe I'm a for a while. Me that's it. So when dear. Oh, okay. Maybe I'm a for near dinkomo. Me that's it. Yeah, man, so. Okay, bye-bye. Brother Mike can nie bonjour. Or is it bonsoir? One my dear sana. Hey, okay. It is important to respect each person's choices and style of coping with this traumatic event. Most definitely, which is really important. But to say me, wafa no nebano or no kwekure na call for 2 weeks into na yes me train for 2 weeks no, but because I just needed to talk to him about it. But me catch no. He made it like a me na me yakra boni. Said ne back try say obey rape me. I mean it's like the dysfunctional mindset and the thinking. Obi so and as someone I can no create from beginning to an end. Obi wo ho no me see ya wo beka. Obi so wo ho no mo train there's weeks, months. Obi so ho years after years and no cancer. I mean, it depended environment now they were raising because obi wo ho no mo a ka krampo e wo fu see engineer ninti no. Then wo obefa ne sai no na ma perpetrators no ebi mo wo ho no ma repeat offenders. They will come back and get more and more and take, and every day they do this despicable acts on you. Now it takes something away from you, and put other unhealthy feelings within you. This Aisha Ankara said Romans 12:19 in it says, "Vengeance is mine; I will repay," says the Lord. But Sister Rami, you are the Lord in this case. So deal with him and lock him up. It is not too late. And Paul, you can still press charges to cry. And I think that Sister Rami can simply say, Sister Penny said, Esther brother, no, like he's trying to get hold of Sister Rami. I think that his guilt is weighing on him, or kwan bi afa so na what they are abusa for forgiveness. But sometimes in Suno say when some people go through this traumatic event, and that's they cut their abuse off now. I think that the abuse and they suffer because when every time they can't even have a peaceful life. And some at times that can also be like the ones who has conscience, it can also weigh on them. But Anka said whether an assault was completed or attempted, and regardless of whether it happened recently or many years ago, it may impact daily functioning. Yes, true that. I mean, like my baby sister trigger my traumatic event because I didn't mention it to anybody, but the fact that when I find out that this person was tutoring my niece, it just kind of like trigger. I was like, I didn't want my niece to be a victim of such, matter. So Bradanka went on to say a wide range of reactions can impact victims. Some common emotional, psychological, and physical reactions follow. And only as when it comes to all this, I mean, you can't get away from it because it becomes part of you, for sure. This Aisha Ankara said, the sense of well-being and self-esteem gets hooked up with sexual disability. If care is not taken, the survivor might only feel a sense of self-worth when being sexually desired. Also, here is the fact that many survivors find one-night stands sexually enjoyable. Most definitely because they don't want to be emotionally connected to the other person, because it's like we met, we do it, it's over, I'm just going my way, you go your way, we don't have to see each other. I mean, yeah, some more and not some, it's crazy. Oh my gosh, some people need counseling. Others may be able to get like coping skills and tools through trainings and stuff that they experience. So they might be able to self help them, to gradually heal. But will be forever coping tama will be free is still going to eat them alive. Ebimu nso edi omo de ye mmemasam because ono feel say the only way obi be no anase obe feel desirable ne say one mmema dan ti no only like different mmema that I mean senior sister Ramini brother uncle and sister Aisha and sister Missy and our sister Sage so kind, yɛn nyinaa yeah, we act differently, we receive things differently because it is a assembly to a BBC wabrabo mu na you not prepare for it na. I mean to say wunji ndi say obi betimi aye obi bisa anase bibi sa betimi ato and then wo busa ho say adentina omo wa ha say nyina me na yes but say me cousin yasem a making it makes me wonder because if oda efi ani etim no na enkra ewo me age group no ye dọọso pa ebi say me 1 year ebi say me 2 years ebi say me 3 years ebi nso mu ye 1 year older 2 years older 3 years old enti no to say like I'm thinking about mabaawa nkora bebra na ewo fie honom no how many of them are me cousin or succeed ya odi womo or rape womo like that he succeeded in like kind of like penetrate like me who sent America over how many of them he literally raped or has sex with them without their consent. I just wonder how many of them. So, and I'm not sure if it was me he only targeted because to see a free kumase na about then maybe your fool say may no may easy target. But me maame nyankopɔn nhyira me maame ɔnkɔ so ma no nhyira saa because ɛnyɛ me maame te sɛ ade a wɔkyerɛ yɛn na anka me deɛ me feel sɛ nka ne nka wobɛnya afa ne ho adi koraa ebi kora mpo anka ebeduru baabi no because sometimes when you have like a really 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 like very somebody like some predators like you they are very manipulative. They make you because there have been some victims of rape, some rape victim now they become victimized because they end up having relationship with the person. They are rapists because they send some more cultural and they want that they need that and it's so dysfunctional. This Aisha class a lady told me on a section that sex with an intimate partner may become a skin crawling. Wow, experience due to her being sexually abused. Ay, ay, ay. Oh. And yeah, some they have like so many things. Me, I know someone because of being molested and being raped when she was, younger, that she's not able to have children. Back on so not to say or the yeah mema some I know some brothers are almost they were raped, sexually assaulted because say perpetrator no drug and men money the most times I am money the it's a my aduane omo di bibi gum send e be ya obeye drowsy no because one time na me name sisters be more kasa and na me can say there are some men and I said bibi me a program be ne ba mu say many people some men have been raped and sexually abused and almost say obi besides say now I know it's unlikely to happen because se bema no onye na adwin say will be dia anka ne bema no sorry. I mean, seriously, most men cannot talk about their experiences. They have to deal with it internally, which is really bad because it does affect them emotionally, psychologically, and physically. It affects their relationship. They have a hard time getting close to women. Sometimes, especially if they meet a woman who looks like their perpetrator now, like that can set a trigger effect. And, they will reserve themselves and push themselves away. And they will have trust issues. The same thing with women. I mean, but we all receive things differently. We accept things differently. We heal differently. And at times we just want to not even remember the incident. But, you can never forget some things like this that had happened to you. It's not easy. Sister Aisha said, my reading that I just read that. Sister Rami, Nana Martin, Midasi, also Sa Midasi, Panya Mishra, bonjour, Brother Mike Mika, Charlie, Brother Charles Color, music. Okay, so you have, okay, I will check it out and see. That would be nice. Sister Rami said, correct. Whatever I was saying, very true. Got it. Uh, okay. Hello, Brother Charles. I'll check this out. Facebook. Entertainment today, you good. Sarami said, thank you so much for anyone on this platform for feeling my pain. I appreciate it and thank you so much. You're very welcome and thank you for sharing your story, sis. Sister Aisha Ankara said, in fact, the fact that they are willing to stay in a relationship and have to deal with this sexual issue every day is proof that the survivor must care for you a great deal. It takes a big toll on someone to try and avoid sex. Make excuses, panic at being touched in the night, have all those feelings continuously brought up. Most definitely, but Sister Aisha, most of the time, like I believe so many people have been in relationship and their relationship did not last because the men perceive it as say or ban person that the woman does not want to have sex with them. The woman perceives them the man is weak. Their so as Mr. Lee would say, it's not working. Their penis is not functionable. But it might not be that. It might be the abuse that they have been through, they have experienced in their past. They're not able to talk about it. So it does affect them. And like they can't have a normal, you know, um, fruitful, enjoyable relationship as they want to do. So it's a whole lot. Hey, Sister Aisha, what shall I see a drop a factual statistic read here? And this is coming from National Sexual Violence Resources, www.nsvrc.org statistic. That's where Sister Aisha got this from. Nearly 1 in 5 women, which is open bracket, 18.3% close bracket, and 1 in 71 men, open bracket, 1.4% close bracket, in the United States have been raped at some time in their lives, including completed forced penetration, attempted forced penetration, or alcohol/drug facilitated completed penetration. I, I, open bracket sexual assault statistic, and like this is crazy. I mean, remember, like the percentage of men is down because say most men have not been able to report their experiences because they're embarrassed about it, and society will mock them, will laugh at them, will tease them, and say so many other nasty things. Sometimes victims become victimized because you have this ignorance and people who have no empathy or compassion for victims of people, individuals with traumatic, past. Some people will be like, oh, it's been forever. You need to get over it. No, you can't just expect people to get over something so deeply affected emotionally, psychologically, and physically. I mean, the physical pain, a lot of people see, but when it comes to emotional and psychological, That's what kills people. That's what becomes fatal. They are the most dangerous because when one is going through pain and they keep it inside and they're not able to express it, you can never, 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 never expect that person, if they don't get the help that they need, if care is not taken, Sister Aisha, Ankraka, that person may not be able to fully be able to embrace good relationship, good marriages, because they are broken inside and out. And you can't, when someone is broken and you can, they are not able to heal, no matter what good relationship that they're in, they're not going to see it. This brother Ankra Kwesi say, hey, did I read this? No. Brother Ankra says sexual violence can affect many people in a victim or survivor life: parents, friends, partners, children, spouses, classmates, and or co-workers. Part of what makes it so difficult for loved ones is not knowing what to say or do. But there are ways to offer constructive help as well as for you to get support. In addition to the information below, um, um, RVA offers free confidential services to anyone who has been affected by sexual violence, including loved ones. Most definitely. Brother Ankra, thank you for sharing that. And, people can just go Google on that and get more information. Sister Rami Nana Martin said, most men in abroad likes little kids. And secondly, they have wives at home in Ghana. Hey, some I mean, like sometimes, there are so many things now. You don't even know how to describe it or even talk about it. It's just crazy. Welcome, Dr. Joe Kinsley. Apomu Etisane. Hope say yes to Adumni Nishira Uhuye Pam Akash. Mary. Hey, Sister Nana Yacha, our Wedia. I was Sankura Ninja, Wakaba. With some Akram. I welcome you. It's crazy. So let me go back to type of sexual assault. Okay, so someone. Let me see. And this I got from Wikipedia. Encyclopedia of Psychology. Types of sexual assault, right? Are sexual assault, of course, and it says a term including all sexual offenses, any action or statement with a sexual nature and done without consent from both sides, from men, women's side, it don't matter the gender. And then the next one is rape, insertion of a bodily organ or an object into the sex organ of a woman without her consent. And then you have sodomy, insertion of a bodily organ or an object into a person's anus, or mouth, without their consent, because it is a American Hackney Crampono, Mire Fini Pacrono, Sister Yvette Ukai, African Ibia, soldier for police for bathroom, I'm going to share bathroom, in Dianum near Yishi to, oh my gosh, it was like crazy. I mean, he got money, but to say he can never be the same again. It's crazy. I mean, you have people do some crazy stuff. Sickening things, twisted stuff. And then you have attempted rape. Attempted rape, insertion of a bodily organ or an object into the sex organ of a woman without her consent. And then you have gang rape. Rape carried out by more than one attacker. Sometimes you may have friends or totally strangers who will kind of like connect and have the same idea and team up to rape one person together. And then we have serial rapers, serial rape. Nipa a ɔno deɛ wɔnyɛ ɔmpɛ ne baako, wayɛ n'adwene sɛ ɔno deɛ ɔmpɛ girlfriend, ɔmpɛ ɔba. Obi wɔ hɔ koraa mpo nso a ɔwɔ yere ɛwɔ excuse me, ɛwɔ family, ɔwɔ nkɔla, ba wayɛ n'adwene sɛ ɔbɛyɛ pipi tɔn na woyɛ neighbor a ɔbɛhwɛ wo schedule tam a abɛfi tam a wukun efiri fie ɛyɛ serial rape no ɛyɛ repeated incidents of rape carried out by the same attacker over an extended period of time. Now, the next one, asɛm a Sister Rami Nana Martin bɛkaeɛ, ɛne me nso me experience a mehyɛ. Insect is sexual abuse or assault at the hands of a family members. Sister Sage Williams, family members, okay? Family members, yeah, I saw that. Oh, yes, I know, right? I mean, when he was rewarded with some $1 million or some $1,000, but it's never going to heal him from that traumatic experience that he had. That's crazy. So nipa doesn't, and now it was like a discrimination, racist crime, like to say mo chini petuntum African ni, a plunging there. I have say ko baby na block where the ne to no omo di ra ne to all the way. Some of the organs, like they really damaged that man, that poor man. It's crazy. I don't know how people have that the mentality. It is just terrible. What is sexually abusive behavior? What are some of the behavior? Sometimes money. Oh yes. Sometimes money is not everything. Money cannot buy happiness. Money cannot save your life. You might have money to like get treatment, but when like you can't. Life is so precious, and there are some wicked, evil, dysfunctional, twisted, sick men and women in this world. I mean, all around, gender, both genders. So some of the behaviors with sexually abused behaviors are, sexual abuse, also referred to as molestation, is abusive sexual behavior by one person upon another. It is often perpetrated using force or by taking advantage of another. The term also covers any behavior by an adult or older adolescent towards a child to stimulate any of their involved sexuality. Like, there are some obi wɔ hɔnom a, I mean, in terms of obi wɔ hɔnom a ɔyɛ ɛyi te sɛ obi wɔ hɔnom a no wɔde adeɛ ɛyi ahyɛ w'anum, right? Ɔsɛ yɛfrɛ ne sɛ money blow job. Ɔfɔ so ɛde hyɛ w'anum anaasɛ ɔde bɛhyɛ wo to. Nso no when you're ready say obey baby sa. Sister Rami Martin says strength and health is most important. Most definitely taking care of yourself. Rape is rape, and their new home is New York notorious Rikers Island prison complex, or Holloway in the UK. Sis, I'm telling you, I mean, to say sometimes, like you have someone that they will go to the extent and say, oh, I mean, to say time, Michi, one thing that I dislike people, like when they do something and then you have them giving excuses and reason why. I mean, like, I know, like, there are some rapers and, some individuals who are become sexually abusive to their loved ones and family friends, because they experience that. But just because it was done to you, that does not give you any right to do to another person. Being done to you, you experience the pain. You know how that feels, that how that made you feel dirty, be in pain, and struggle all your life. So why would you want to put all that on another child or another woman, another man? Like, I just don't get it. And then you have enablers, family members who see this type of despicable interaction within their house home, family home, and they don't do nothing. They even threaten the victim. The victim gets victimized not to say anything. That's what my cousin's father said to me. He said, "Me catch be ne bano try say or be rape me. If I tell anybody his son, try to rape me now, I will regret being born." What does that mean? Like, you tell this to 11 and a half, 12-year-old girl. What is she supposed to think? And if my mom did not educate us from young age now, I would think, say, I would have become I would have become damaged, like someone would have succeeded in taking my innocence away from me. But, like, even going through that process, I felt like part of my innocence was taken away from me. There was no penetration and stuff. But at the same time, you go through some things that impact you when you get older. The effects such incident, traumatic events have on people who has been victimized, people who have gone through such things, when it comes to a relationship. But, like, some men and some women, they don't have time to help you heal. They don't have time to talk to you in terms of, why is it that you don't like sex? Some women don't like to have sex because there could be something behind it. And some women, they just don't like sex, period. They don't like to be touched. They are not romantic because that's not something that they're looking for. Some people, they just don't want to be bothered. But then you have some men who are forcefully, like, pushing themselves on women and, making women women is not all about sex. We are more than that. But, like, I feel like some relationship and marriages, that's how it become. Like, this is, we know that sex is part of marriage. It's one of the important components. But some husbands, some spouses, some partners, they make it like their business. Like, like, because we together, because I marry you, you have to open your legs for me. You cannot deny me. Whenever I want to have sex with you, you need to be ready for me. Excuse you? You can't just go and have sex with anybody. And, being intimate or having romantic moment, or, like, sexual interaction with your partner or someone that you care for, no, like, you need to give care. So it's like, when it comes to sexual abuse and rape, none of this is there. It's minus romance, minus intimacy, and minus lovemaking. There's nothing positive in regards to someone forcefully pushing themselves on you, penetrating inside you at your most vulnerable place. And for men, who has been a victim of sexually abuse, or like being raped, and not able to come out and express themselves because they feel embarrassed, they feel restricted by society, by community. They feel like so isolated from having to open up about their experiences. It's not easy. But like, I think it's a mema and mema rape molested children, men who molest children, rape children, adults, drug them, to take advantage of them, gang rape. I really don't care how old they are. If they are adolescent, teenager, whatsoever, they underage, the fact that they have that mentality to do such thing, they need to be held accountable. I don't care to say like if they to say see a child or everyone a ne firi hɔnom koraa sɛ ɔmo benya feelings good thing sɛ menyɛ political person na nka mewɔ empower nka mma o mmarima moyɛ saa nkwasiade wei sɛ yɛ mo nyinaa no kyerɛ sɛ wo koraa wonnya any feelings koraa mpo for edie ɛna wakɔyɛ saa nsɛm ho no some people, you put them in jail, they are given the opportunity to come out, and they come and do the same freaking thing, and then their thoughts is like, okay, last time when I raped such and such person, I was arrested. She went and told, or he went and told. So the next time I'm doing it, I will rape the person and also take their life away. Because I'm never going back to prison. So society should not give such people second chance. No, I don't care how old they are. Wrong is wrong. Wrong is wrong. It shouldn't have to be. Yes, there should be second chances on certain situation and stuff. But parents also needs to do their part in educating their children and not enabling such behavior, because sometimes when you go research and do some experiments on abuses, their upbringing, some of them, they were not restricted, they were not taught to have self-discipline. They got away with doing so many wrong things. Some parents are buying their children's love. The child did wrong and you telling them, oh, you didn't mean to. I have many awufu bi ahia akra na yade a eyese o ka kire akra ne se enye no was minim se wo ye say esan say. What do you mean? Why are you making excuses for your child's behavior? Why are you making excuses for your own behavior? Like, I don't get it. People need to start holding families, friends, couples, whomever, people in general. We need to start holding people accountable. When someone does wrong, they do wrong. Like, why are we protecting family members? Why are we protecting perpetrators? We need to be able to freely express our experiences without having ignorant people, idiotic people, foolish people coming and telling you, say, you shouldn't be talking about X, Y, and Z because at the time the person was young and the person did not know better. So how did the person came to not know better? Because their parents failed them and their family member fails them. You have some men and women in a certain family, they have been molesting children, molesting people, raping people, sexually assaulting their own family members, and destroying their own family members' life, future life, because of their desire. which is something they have control of. It's not like they don't know what they're doing is wrong. They know what they're doing is wrong, but yet they're doing it because they're being allowed to do so. Some family members look the other way because it's not happening to them. You have some orphans that goes through all this stuff. You have some children, they may not be like orphans, but their mother had passed away. They have to live with family member. It's so sickening. There are so many dysfunctional family out there all over the world, taking advantage of vulnerable people. And it's not right. You have that's one thing that growing up I never drink alcohol. It's because of that. I have a friend, a classmate in middle school in Ghana, and then another one abroad. They were raped multiple times. It did not happen once to them, and you know it happened because they went out and got drunk. When you go out and you take alcohol, you consume alcohol, and you don't take care of yourself, they have date rape drugs that you open your drink, you leave your drink wide in the open and ask the bartender to watch your drink. The bartender is busy, serving drinks, and that bartender could be a molester, could be a serial rapist, could be like a dysfunctional sex addict. You don't know what that person is, and you asking them to look over to watch your drink for you, and then they put the date drugs in it. And some of the date drug, like I was watching like a documentary, when they put it in there you cannot even see it. And then some of them, they bring like unopened wine or like drink, you see them opening it, so you would not even think that this person has put day drug in that. And they also have other day drugs now. Erase part of your memories. You will not remember. You will feel that something had happened, but you will not remember what had taken place, which is like crazy. I mean, can you imagine that? Hi. So that's one of the reasons that I grew up not drinking, because I did not want to make myself vulnerable to any idiot, a rapist, or like some sex addict or some molester to take advantage of me. I had to see everything clear, for anybody to. So that's one of the main reasons I did not drink growing up, you know. Mm-hmm. Because to say you have teenagers or like young adults, they go to bars. I'm not saying don't go have fun, but make sure your eyes is shine. If you drink, just make sure you're not leaving your drink out in the open for someone to take advantage of that and drug you to have their way with you. Or like making sure, say, your limit. Don't go get drunk for someone to go and sexually assault you or rape you, penetrate, incomplete penetration and all that. We just read through that. It's crazy. Sister Rami said, true, some men uses alcohol to get women to rape them. Most definitely. And vice versa. Some women use alcohol. They spice it with day drug and they rape men. When a man is drunk, it doesn't mean say their penis is not going to like react to some touching them and all that, but they did not give a consent. And I just feel that men and women who molest children, vulnerable people, rape children, vulnerable people, molest children, whatsoever, they are the weakest people. They are coward because they cannot have something like which they taken away from all these innocent people. I mean, there are a lot of victims out there, but relationship gets affected in so many ways. I mean, how do you get over that? Healing, the healing process is the most important thing because when you go through traumatic events in that or hmm, situation, the healing part, if it does not come to pass, there's going to be constant struggle in, throughout your life. Most times a lot of things are not going to play out the way that we want. Healing, love being around, like I just love being around with my husband because everything feels natural and real. you know when you go through incident and situation, you need someone around you to help you be able to kind of like process things and get help that you need. If you're not able to do that, hmm. Now, like, when it comes to my relationship and my marriage, the healing process for me has been the greatest reward in my life. And as I said, I love being around my husband because, and this is someone in the beginning of our marriage, I tried to leave because of my selfish interest, and my unwillingness to work on myself or see the good in him because of, you know, um, a previous failed relationship that I had. you know when you have someone demand or someone kind of like mistreat you in some ways because like they see you as someone they just having fun with, not someone that they care for, that they want to settle down with you. um my fear was not fully open, and I was holding on to some of my anger, frustration, and foolish decisions that I made in my past, but thank God, Kay and I are not perfect, but for the most part, we have resolved most of our marriage issue, laughing together, laughing at each other, having effective communication, um, being transparent, having mutual respect, compromising, valuing ourselves and each other, doing self assessment, caring for our needs, plus each other's needs, because I'm not the only one who has need. He also has need. Being on the same page when it comes to our children, redirecting our children's and holding our children's accountable, spending quality time with each other, calling on each other bullshit. We're not going to sugarcoat it. We will call on it, giving positive encouragement, pushing each other, being supportive, and so many other things. Being faithful to one another, loyal to one another, like so many things that plays in it, and still working on the smallest the smallest things, the smaller percentage, which is having a room we can make some unintentional mistake, then take accountability to work on them. The goal this year for me, is to take a hardcore look on myself, ourselves, our relationship with one another, marriage, our children, family members, then tackle the needed areas required to change. Because some people sometimes it's like, oh, like he's doing this, she's doing, no, 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 no. Do things together. Try to like be able to very much have better understanding with one another. But a lot of times, it's difficult. It's really difficult. I mean, when you experience so many things in that, it's not easy. All right. So I have some things I have to read. Let me see. Where was I before? Hey, think I maybe maybe did I read this? Yes, I read that. Thank you. Okay, I got that one. Okay. Sister Aisha, I trust. Say bam 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 bam. Sister Aisha said, Sister Aisha Ankara said, important healing point to do the other healing work, like the therapy, writing, exploring your inner child. Don't save everything up for the memories. So for the memories to only flood back to you during sex. I'm telling you, a good method of getting in touch with being touched is to go for a body massage. Ooh, yes. I remember like one of my former workplace, Penino, like sometimes, just to treat the staff, he will bring us to a massage parlor and then we go and get a massage. I remember like the first time we went, I only did my nails, I didn't feel comfortable with another man, like putting their hands on my body to massage me. So like a lot of my coworkers, female coworkers, when they saw the massagers, they were like, whoo, 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 whoo. They were like so super excited. Like almost all of them, like they want massage. And some of the guys, I was really surprised that some of the guys also, chose to get massage. And then when we came back and we were leaving, like there were so many of them talking in terms of like how good they felt, that they needed that. So I became curious. I was like, maybe this is something that next time we get to go there now, I'll be able to like, try it. And I was like, okay, let me just see how it is. Maybe it will come to pass. And then fast forward a month and a half to 2 months later, we went to the same place. Guess who was on the first list to get a massage? Moi. And like they were like so professional, and they have both men and women that you can choose, to have them massage you. Like, but like, man, some of these men have magic hands, man. Like hit your back from it was really a good experience. So like massage is good. It is so good, Sister Aisha. I'm telling you, this kind of stuff, some of us, we don't think of it. So it's like sometimes I bother Kay, I'll be like, do you like for me to like massage you? And at times I'll be like, ooh, my leg is like so tired, and then because I mean, so with that, hey, he got skills. Be like, oh, wait me and me, I'm a chia mommy. Oh, and like massage is a good thing. And then if you don't feel comfortable having someone massage you now, go to the massage chairs. That one too is like awesome. You just lay back and you just like, and then I like the one in the lower back. It's like you feel it. It's like a hand going through your lower back, and then it kind of like massage that. So yes, Mr. Rami said correct. Whatever I said, well, thank you. Sister Aisha Ankara said we need to bear in mind that a long a long time for the it takes a long time for the survivor to feel safe, and that's normal. Most definitely. I mean, it's like, and it's different for everybody. Some people will have counseling. They will go through the process. They will confront the perpetrator. They will demand question. They will ask questions, demand answers, and for some, even after they get everything that they want, they still have the work to like being able to let it sink in as to how that came about, and process it. So, like, to accept that it's never your fault. Those people are sick, and they took your innocence. They did this to you because they are sick. They that's unhealthy. They dysfunctional, twisted in so many ways, and in their head, uh, they just took advantage of you, knowing full well that they will get away with it. I mean, when who crom for I chromophobia name say like or because one day we are taught was and the same thing with molesters, abusers, and rapers. Like, once they start doing it, they getting away with it. So they're going to continue to do it over and over. And one day they're going to attack or victim the wrong person, and that person is going to out them for them to be held accountable. I think they have the statute for rape, like at certain points, or it doesn't. At some point, like if it happened up to certain time, or with rape, it doesn't. They don't have a statute on it. It doesn't expire. I'm not sure. I haven't really go into all that, so let me not go there because I don't want to give any misinformation. Sister Rami said, I use my massage. I use my massage with hot water with wet towel. Africans way. That's nice. And also sometimes it's good. Some of the like some of the methods, you can also take not take a shower, take a bath. Like, you kind of like run water in the bathtub and you just soak yourself in it. And just relax. Just make sure that you don't fall asleep in it and you know drown yourself. It's a lot. Yeah, talking about your experiences with someone that you trust, because we know some of our people, you talk to them about things that you struggle with and it becomes their topic. uh, Let me see. I just want to, what are some of the things? Hmm. Okay. So it's like, we do have some of these behaviors, right? When it comes to men and women who have been sexually assaulted or raped, um, some of the things that hinder growth and change in our society community, some of the elements include enablers, double standards, blaming games, excuses, giving reasons, lies, manipulation, lack of knowledge, settling for less, lack of accountability, dependency, greed, selfish interest, and etc. There are challenges, struggles, and difficulties that most of us faces at some point in our lives, right? But such infliction should not define us or prevent us from growth. Instead of it, it should empower us to achieve bigger things in the years ahead. None of us can reverse things ourselves or ever. Loved ones cannot do that. Friends cannot do that. Other people have endured in their past, but we each have the power to find ways to manage to our best ability by letting go of any bad experiences that we had gone through, then reform our minds, kind of like renew our minds to grow and succeed in the years ahead. In life, there are always going to be people who are plotting, envious, jealous, and um, other negative feelings against us. We need to stay focused always and do not allow someone else unintelligent decision distract you or us from the things that we believe in, the things we value, and those who do not have the value, do they do lack of coping skills, tools to function productively. Many times, you do have people, um, it's like, okay, I don't know, like if I should do X, Y, and Z, but that's something that you have to like really deal with that. But we can allow people to have the best of us. That's why we need to let things go. We definitely need to let things go. Uh, Mr. Rami said, with hot water is really good when it comes to taking your bath. Well, certainly it is. It is amazing. Let me see. Sister Adwoa Mensa, welcome. Sister Dora America, welcome. Brother Alex Mensa, Mwakwaba, April Lacey, welcome. Vika Sun, welcome. Hey, Bibi Wakukra Minhuido. And I mean, excuse me. I'm getting ready to go off. I know that there is a lot of areas that I didn't cover, but this topic, as I said from beginning, is like it's very broad topic. So it requires time and a lot of program to cover all the area. Nti maame mbɔ nnwom mmienu mmiɛnsa bi na agya yɛmfiri so. Learn to silence the negative. So we need to learn to silence the negative voices, negative people, those who encourage, such despicable behavior. Mm, mm. Ah, oh my God. Everyone has gone through something in their life, for sure, but we survive it. Poverty is a mental state. It's not about financial needs only. It keeps us trapped. It keeps you trapped and limits your opportunity because most people look down on you, then treat you less than a human being. Many of us have grown up, but it is still running from our traumatic past, limiting ourselves to moving forward. The emptiness in so many people who continues to internalize their past without being able to let go or heal. The longer people hold on to their past and their pains in time, it does manifest itself through low self-esteem, which many people result in doubt, dependency, questioning your existence, and just other stuff. Emotionally, psychologically, you just let things, manifest. I mean, oh, it feels so good for life is precious, and I'm enjoying life itself. I'm enjoying my husband, my children, my family. My family has been blessed. I'm enjoying people, so many people that I have come to know through Facebook, through social media. So, and some through other family members and other friends. It's possible to change our past. It's impossible to change our past, right? But it's never impossible to be reborn with better you, better us, uh, which include having self-love, self-value, doing self-assessment, having self-discipline, self-everything. Do self-everything. And making sure that you live your life with principles, holding people accountable. If you see someone sexually abusing another person or had raped someone, you are aware of that. Uh, you need to report the person, give the person up. It don't matter if the person is your family member, your child, your husband, your wife, your brother, your sister, your co-worker, a neighbor. You need to report it, and making sure that they are held accountable to the full extent, for them to learn from that. I mean, second chances in some situation, I just don't believe that. There's so many people. Some people talk about they are born again, but being born again and stopping the things that you're doing is two different things. Uh, so that's something that I know. Let me play this song. Let me see, Brother Philip. Brother Philip. Um, oh, then I didn't. Oh, yes. Asam wɔ me ho. Hey. Oh boy. Obi a mekɔ computer ne so no, me hiti we say no laptop ne mmom ayi so na me hiti. Nsɛm nyinaa wei yɛ nsɛm. Nti no, Nyame nhyira mo, ɔnka mo ho, ɔmfa ne nsa nto m'akoma so. Sister Rami, Nyame nhyira paa, meda ase. I know said there are people they have experienced things, they have seen their family member go through. Sister Missy shared that she saw a family member, gone through that, but it's sad. It's really sad. So this afternoon, let me see. This afternoon, Samuel, Pastor Samuel Okoso, and I will come live to talk about marriage, for marriage lessons. That one there, we do it in the Akan language. Yes, most definitely. We do that in there. And the topic that we're going to talk about today is, can my position or status prevent from performing my duty in marriage? So I'll see you guys later. Until let me see, which song can I play, and then before we need Brother Philip, I'm gone.
Oh, yes.
Hey, hold on. Sister Rami, me from no abɛbɔ mpaeɛ na mede nnwom no atoa so. Ka me werɛ yɛ afi koraa. Sorry. I need to get you, bring you back on. Wobɛba bɛbɔ mpaeɛ to conclude the program. Inti fa wo poli ayi ne beto ho ma me. Sis, yes. Me wakwa ba biem.
Me pesa me bom paye.
Yes.
And it be other face me chair
Osofo je wo so. Ye be shia later.
Mate. Yeah, and see the me bom paye kakra.
Mate.
Tumi rob that was see you are me crawl me come for me shit udin kuku and mo yam.
Amen.
Udin Jesus Christ na me boy tumi na brass no. Me dey abusia show sabe na for a show sa. Everybody be on platform na somebody dey show sa. Tumi rob boy who bag get some can be anyo shira. Yeah, tough for the best so am I no need na udin Jesus Christ na. Me boy tumi na brass and become in the mighty name of Jesus Christ, Father, Lord, protect us and guide us in everything we do. In your name, Jesus Christ, that I'm mentioned that every knee shall bow. May that was see you are yemi yankopo. May that was see and set them fata. May that was see what I bring in them in the mighty name of Jesus Christ that I mentioned.
Amen and amen. Thank you, sis. Now, your friend is saying, Mammy more Nyame nyumu mienu we say na me fan hye wo nkran me da sepa ene enti no
daughters of God Jesus.
Oh, we say Tago sisters kra.
Tago sisters. Yeah, so sisters.
No credit.
Daughters of glorious Jesus.
Oh, daughters of glorious Jesus. And so me po omo nyumo pa, me po omo nyum me hwe omo nyum ba kwa abo ama. Why?
Mate.
Omo nyum bia.
Sister Missy ase Elameda.
Sister Aisha Ankra. Amen. Nti yebekasa nti send me daughters of glorious Jesus omo nyum bia wo pe na me nyi wa ha moma. Mate me ene me hwehwe ba ko no ma ye.
Mate me da se pa.
Ase denim.
Okay.
Amen. One so sa.
Okay,
bye. Bye, sis. Okay. One love always. Thank you for your time today.
then you can be what for see me there, me did I see you, me did I see you, and come in to me, then you can be what's yes, is out of me on everything. That can be understood. Yes, you can get it. It's kind of good. Your man said, yes, you can get it. Hold on.
Here's a resolution for your...
Okay, give me 1 second. I have to get it right. Come on, give me the skip. Give me the skip. 81 we share to Shemi. Munko sister sages share.com. Munko tomo you I boss nonni what's ni. Sister Rami, this is for you, right? Anywhere, Ravi. Wow, Sister Rami, one uncle said the blues. Some country say the Bioba say he's back for good, but was say and ne so wait to me Abba share to say this experience, you know. Kwesia the year bay, which is Ochina Nyamepa or Baba gospel songs amount. A lot of daughters of glorious Jesus in your ama. Intino, may a messenger, intimidate ma'am. You going to follow through that, right, Kay? Huh? Yes, okay. So, Sister Rami made the message ama. I'm putting it live into Samaswa at here for moon yama dance for. You put yourself out there. Pastor said the man can a lot about this class. I don't just review. This class today is still going strong and healthy living style. Right, it's Aisha. Anywhere around oh, sorry. Oh, it's Rami. Bye guys, take care. How to like prevent any sexual abuse or rape, sexual assault, molestation within the families, for them to avoid it. Giving them as much information because we don't want our children to become a victim or a survivor of anything. Yeah. The more we educate each other, the better it is. So God be with each and every one of you. Thank you for tuning in, sharing. For those who share the program, and also invite friends. Thank you. God bless. Okay, Odo, thank you so much for sharing the program also. Let's be supportive of each other and know say the blues and like we need to support each other and really talk with one another, encourage each other in a positive manner. Some people are going through a lot, so we need to not label people, be prejudgmental, and we need to prevent enablers and double standards by using our words effectively. Violence does not stop violence, holding them accountable, with some of them going to jail if they need to. I love this song, Daughters of Glorious Jesus. I love this song. Bye guys, take care. I'll come back tomorrow with my husband. If he does come and play song, I'm going to be right behind him dancing. I have to support a bit. Bye, guys.